Ich werde genug kurz reden, ich werde vielleicht auch ein bisschen Don King den Wort überlassen. Aber erstmal wollte ich ein bisschen über Jürgen Brähmer hier im Vorfeld sagen, dass ich sehr stolz bin, auf diese Reise gemeinsam dieses Jahr gemacht zu haben. Und ich glaube, dass es natürlich ein großer Box-Comeback ist. Es ist aber ein sehr großes allgemeines Comeback im Leben, das Jürgen Brähmer hier uns am Samstag zeigen wird. Es zeigt, wie Sport und Familie sich sein Leben geändert hat und dass am Samstag dieser Plan auch aufgeht und diese gemeinsame Reise erfolgreich sein wird. Dazu würde ich auch sagen, ein paar Worte. Wir freuen uns sehr natürlich, dass Don King die Reise gemacht hat, legendäre Promoter. Wir freuen uns auf einen harten Kampf. Wir sind aber siegessicher. Und sag mal auf Englisch, Don, I'd like to welcome you to Germany, and maybe you could say a few words on your thoughts about the fight this Saturday, and maybe introduce us to your man, Mr. Oliviera.
Well, first of all, I'm happy to be back home in Germany. Ich bin ein Berliner. And so it's a pleasure for me to be back with Kelly. He's 007, you know, and all the people around him is Goldfingers. It's going to be a terrific fight. We came here. This is the tribe. This is our tribe. What's it? What is it? Menominee. Menominee. This is our tribe. We don't take no prisoners. You know. This is like what's this? Geronimo. You know what I mean? Geronimo was one of the great Indians. He didn't need no defeat, never surrender. And the Seminoles, they never surrendered. So there will be no surrendering here on Saturday night. You know, so it's going to be a great fight for Germany. And Germany, you know, is a great fight town, and the people are wonderful. I love the German people, and it's a real pleasure, honor, and a privilege for me to be working with Callie and Chris Maya, her Maya, and to be able to see them. But today, you know, I want to say a few words about the Madiba. He was a very good friend of mine, and he's a young man. He was the miracle man of the century. This is Nelson Mandela. And he was a man who preached oneness, no revenge, no hostility, but love, understanding, and togetherness, forgiveness, but not forgetfulness. And so he made me the peace ambassador. He said, you do a lot for boxing, but you can do more for peace. And so that started my journey on trying to bring people together and make peace rather than be able to go on divisiveness and hostility and anger and hatred. And so it's a wonderful man. His body, the house he resided in, has died, but his spirit lives on. You know, and he leaves an unfinished task of bringing people together in the world to you know, I am, you are, you know what I mean, the oneness of humanity that he exemplified 27 years in the prison, and it was a remarkable journey, and the rewards in the journey, so we're here the beneficiaries of a man like this to demonstrate that it can be done, going against apartheid, spending 27 years in prison, coming out, becoming the president of the nation that he had been suffering under with the dominance and apartheid and supremacy, and then go back, you know, to bringing the people together and the nation together. And I just think we want to be very grateful, very appreciative that we share this life together. And Kelly and I will give him a 10-bell count on Saturday night when we go into the fight to be in honor of this great boxer, because he could stick and move, you know, and he was a great conciliatory individual, not a one that was going after revenge, and you know, but one that wanted to bring people in a reconciliation and the oneness of the human family. So I'm very happy, you know, that I had an opportunity to share time with him and to be with him and to get the appointment as peace ambassador. And now we're going to put the peace aside for a moment, and we're going to take on who's that? Brähmer? Herr Brähmer? Yeah, you better talk to him now, because you done forgot all this.
Okay. Zuerst freue ich mich erstmal wieder hier in Deutschland zu sein und meinen Freund Kalle und Chris Meyer zu treffen. Mein Boxer ist vom Stamm der Menominee und wir werden am Samstag alles geben. Geronimo war ein großer Indianer und genauso wird Marcus Oliveira auch im Ring auftreten. Das wird ein extrem großer Kampf werden für Deutschland, für die Welt. Wie gesagt, es ist ein Privileg für mich, wieder Kalle und Herrn Meyer von Sauerland-Event zu treffen. Aber ich möchte auch ein paar Worte über Nelson Mandela verlieren, der erst vor kurzem gestorben ist. Er hat immer Liebe gepredigt und Vergebung. Und er hatte mich zum Friedensstifter ernannt und er wollte, dass ich den Frieden in der Welt verbreite. Er ist gestorben, also sein Körper ist gestorben, aber sein Geist wird in uns weiterleben. Das, was er vorgelebt hat, das ist einzigartig. Er hat lange Zeit im Gefängnis verbracht, in der Apartheid, und hat das Land Südafrika aus dieser Zeit wiederum geführt als Präsident und hat das Land geeint. Daher werden wir am Samstag vor dem WM-Kampf von Jürgen Brähmer und Marcus Oliveira ein 10-Count, also wir werden 10-mal die Glocke läuten für dieses großartige Leben.
Vielen Dank. Now I gotta talk about her organ, Brähmer. You know, he's a very good, excellent fighter. I guess you all know him. You know, he's come from one of my little small towns, and the fight is going to be in a new, what is it, Kelly?
Neubrandenburg.
Neubrandenburg.
You are now in Neubrandenburg.
Neubrandenburg. Yes, Neubrandenburg. Well, anyway, what Kelly is trying to tell you all is that's the city with 4 gates. You know what I mean? All 4 gates will be open for all the public to come from around Germany and everywhere and around the world to see this great event. And when Marcus Oliveira steps in the ring, they will close the gates. The gates will be known and with love, understanding, wisdom, and togetherness. Those will be the 4 gates, you know what I mean? So we'll be in harmony, that we will have an opportunity to meet and greet the people and in our celebration. But I want you to know what a great, great fighter Herb Brandon is. He's a terrific fighter. He's been around, and I love Kelly because he gives him a chance again to be is the Weltmeister. You know, and so it's an opportunity in the land of opportunity, and we're very proud, pleased, and privileged to do this. So you can tell them that, and then we'll talk about my team and let him talk some.
Okay.
Yes.
Also wie gesagt, Jürgen Brähmer ist natürlich ein exzellenter Boxer und er wird in Neubrandenburg ein Heimspiel haben. In Neubrandenburg wird ja auch die 4-Tore-Stadt genannt, und alle 4 Tore werden vor dem Kampf offen sein. Doch sobald der Kampf losgeht und Marcus Oliveira den Ring besteigt, werden alle 4 Tore geschlossen werden. Ich freue mich, dass Kalle Jürgen diese großartige Chance gibt, aber ich glaube wiederum eher, dass mein Boxer diese Chance eher wahrnehmen wird als Jürgen Brähmer.
Vielen Dank, Don King. Wir möchten jetzt mit Marcus Oliveira weitermachen. Marcus Oliveira.
Oh, well, you know, I want to introduce my team. This is my champion, Marcus Oliveira. You've heard about, you know, I understand that many Germans would watch the Cowboys. You know, you would see the Cowboys and the Indians, you know what I mean, in the early stages of America. You know what I mean? Well, this is one of the Indians that is the heritage of never say die, you know, never surrender, you know what I mean? And so he's coming here to make his debut in Germany to be able to take on what's his name? Kelly? Herb Brähmer, you know what I mean? You got to keep Kelly on his toes, you know? And so, but this young man here is a great, great fighter. And we want to get all of the guys, his manager there is Doug sitting there. Doug, you know, all right, what's our trainer's name? Eric? That's Eric. Eric is a dynamic trainer. You know what I mean? He's a guy, you know what I mean, that understands all the art of ballet, the art of the opera, and he makes this man move with the rhythm. You know, he's an Apache? Yes, well, he got it all. He got everything there. He's an Apache that learned. A sophisticated Apache, you know what I mean? But this is what makes Oliveira so good, is because being like Geronimo, you know, he get to sue the Apache, the Cherokee, the Blackfoot, you know what I mean? They all come together, you know what I mean, to work. And this is how they defeated George Armstrong Custer. So he now is going to be here in the city of 4 gates, and we will have somebody at every gate. So I want you to meet and greet this young dynamic champion to be, and his name is Marcus Oliveira. Say hello, Marcus, to all the people.
Say hello to everybody. Thanks for the press coverage for this fight, and I'd like to thank Sutherland and Brian, for taking the fight. I still have a lot to prove, and I still have a lot of talent to prove to everybody that what I have. I personally expect a good fight. I want a great fight. Of course, I don't want nothing to happen to Brähmer or myself. So let's hope for it to be a terrific fight. So that's what it is.
Okay, talk to him, tell him what he said.
Zuerst einmal hat er alle vorgestellt. Und Marcus Oliveira ist ein Boxer, er ist ein Indianer, und man kennt ja in Deutschland so das Spiel Cowboy und Indianer. Und es wird für ihn das Debüt sein in Deutschland gegen Jürgen Brähmer. Und wie gesagt, er ist ein junger, dynamischer Boxer, ein großartiger Mensch. Sein Manager ist Douglas Ward. Eric ist sein Trainer, und Eric ist vom Stamm der Apachen. Und da sieht man mal wieder, gehe ich wieder auf die Zeiten von Geronimo und der Schlacht am Little Big Horn zurück, wo Geronimo alle Stämme vereint hat und Custer geschlagen hat. Und genauso werden wir es am Samstag in der Vier-Tore-Stadt machen. Wir vereinen alle Stämme und werden so den Sieg davontragen. Dann Marcus Oliveira, er dankt erstmal allen, und er weiß für sich selbst, dass er genug zu beweisen hat. Er weiß, dass er das Talent hat, um Weltmeister zu werden. Er glaubt an einen großartigen Kampf, und er hofft auf einen Sieg am Samstag.
Dankeschön.
Ja.
Okay.
Danke Markus, danke Don. Bevor wir jetzt zu Jürgen Brähmer kommen, ein kleines Video haben wir noch vorbereitet, und das bitte einmal abspielen.